understand why poems are still going to be what we evaluate this round through, and why that still stands in today's round. And then I'm going to weigh the poems and why mine is the reason I win. Starting off of her community talk, she mishandled the history, the Lowell argument I cross-applied to her community thing. She said that even if history, well, first of all, history started off with children. Like, we can't get to, history was created by people surviving. That person came from a child. Then she talks about how children will not understand the poetry. She's assuming that they're not going to understand. She doesn't know the mind of a baby. There are some prodigy children or babies that know poetry. So she's assuming that children are not going to understand either. Wait, this is going to be real solvency because, they're still children and they're still understanding. They're where the history stemmed off of. Even the baby, she can't assume that they don't understand it. Either way, I control the internal linkage to this community because I'm saying FEMA is illusory. Her NC talks about what's happening, but mine is talking about this debate round. All we can talk, we're just two high school debaters talking about it, and I'm saying that the best way to evaluate what we talk about is through poetry. Then she said that language is still going to be a barrier into today's round, but I talk about how just because they have it in different languages, and even when it's transferred across languages, people still get the same idea. Loris as a movie and Loris as a book is still sold a lot and ranked as I think it has 4 stars or 5 stars on Rotten Tomatoes. And then she talks about how the community, but the prerequisite is not, it's not just happening. Children are the source of this history. And then she's talking about how I'm losing my own identity, but I'm using this poetry for the identity of other people. But I have 3 poets on the side. I have a diary of them, but just because I'm not reading my own poem in this round, I'm using this poetry to extend it. Then go on to the AC. She talks about how I don't get access to my framework because you can choose who you are as a debater. The bleaker evidence like it is specifically talking about how the debate community says. She said that she doesn't link it. I can't run this position. I'm not just paying the resolution, but what the resolution forces me to do. It forces me to take on the role of a developing country and solve for that. But I'm saying that I can't do that. I'm just a high school debater, and you shouldn't force me to do that. And it forces me to lose a part of my own identity because I'm forced to do something that I might even disagree with. So I'm saying that, I'm saying that I'm critiquing the resolution. Me being a former being forced to affirm the resolution is the link for it in this round. So to sum up today's, also on the Nelson turn, she talks about ecofeminism, but I specifically addressed this. She didn't properly respond. I'm saying that I'm reconceptualizing how we engage in environmentalism. Not this part is presupposing the old way of engaging in environmentalism, not the way that I'm doing it through poetry. So what this round is going to break down to is I'm the prerequisite to her case. That means that this community comes out of poetry and how we perceive things. Either way, the debate community, I'm critiquing the normative form of debate, not debate itself. So because of that, I still also with weighing the poetry, she talks about how she's using Valentine's Day, but she does not respond to the fact that Dolores has had broad support and has even created movements to talk about on the back of the book.